Hi, I'm Janice. Welcome to my channel. Today let's talk about stress. Have you ever been told by a doctor, it's just stress? Or your friends or your family, any number of other people who have their opinion about why you feel like you do. Oh, it's just stress. You just need to cut out the stress in your life. The thing is, stress can cause a lot of physical problems and emotional problems and mental problems for that matter. But life is stress. You can't cut it out. You can find better ways to deal with it sometimes, and some kinds of stresses can be cut out. But generally, we all have stress. That's just part of the human experience. So, is that a real, solid, useful diagnosis? Well, sometimes. Maybe it really is just stress. But far too often, patients who are struggling with real problems end up being told it's just stress, and the doctors don't want to look into anything else to find out what it is. I think often that's because they know that even if it could be any particular issue, they probably don't have a treatment for it anyway. So now what? Well, let's just leave it to the patient to deal with. Just try to cut down on your stress. The thing is, stress can also be the catalyst for things that are already wrong in your system to go even more wrong. So if you have something underlying that's happening in your body, and maybe it's only just kind of brewing right now, you hit a point of heavy stress, suddenly, boom, symptoms are everywhere. So if all a doctor does is say that's just stress, then that doctor is not really dealing with the core issue, is not really researching it. And we need to be really cautious about that. I know for me, with my multiple sclerosis, I'm very aware that if I go through heavy stress, I will probably have a relapse. That's not because it's stress that caused it, it's just the catalyst. It's just the thing that has inspired the MS to act up. My body has gone through a challenge because I'm stressed out, and now it's going to react. My immune system's going to kind of freak out. So if a doctor only ever told me it's just stress every time I've had a relapse, I could be sitting here still having no idea, blaming myself for all of my symptoms and having no idea that there actually really is something wrong here. Now, I know doctors can't really do much of anything to help it, but at least I know it's not just stress. Stress is bad. Stress can do some pretty horrible things to you. But I don't think it should ever be an excuse to not look further, to not make sure that there isn't something more serious going on. And especially because sometimes it could be something really serious that can be treated, but if it's left and it's just blamed on stress, then the patient could die. You could be dealing with a really serious life-threatening situation. And why does it have to get to a point where it's life-threatening before a doctor will take it seriously? I mean, that's just how it goes. I know we don't really have any control over that, but it's not ideal. And I would hope that doctors can at least learn that that's not a great way to go with your patient. It's not really doing them justice. It's not respecting them as human beings. I know doctors are tired, they're overworked, they're overwhelmed, and there's only so much they can do. So it's really easy to just kind of leave it to the patient and just say, it's just stress, don't worry about it. Or just calm down, don't be so stressed out, whatever that means. But there's more to it. So let's make sure that we examine everything before we just blame stress. We should deal with stress too, don't get me wrong, but that's not the answer to everything. Thank you for watching. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel. God bless.